trouble. Okay. Here we go. Call to order the meeting of the Hammond Capital Improvements Board for October 4th, 2021. Will the clerk call the roll, please?
Flores?
Here.
Krasinski?
Here.
Prieto?
Here.
Spitali?
Here.
Tyler? Tyler?
Councilman Tyler, are you available? Could you unmute, please? And if you wouldn't mind, also turn your video on.
Okay. Vanez?
Here.
Button?
Button's here. So, Councilman Tyler, we don't have you on the roll yet.
I'm here.
Okay. I guess I would ask our council, is this when voting, do we have to show our video faces? Yeah, the clerk's nodding yes. So, thank you, council. So we need you.
CID approval for a new computer now. I'm not really kidding. It's okay. I mean, I get it. Maybe I'll just won't go. Kristen, tell me what I should do. You can't turn on your video, man? I don't have one. We're a storage up here. Really? I have two screens in front of me. Nothing has anything to look at my beautiful face in here. I mean, technically, everybody has to be seen and heard, so if you want to abstain from the vote. Okay, well, we still have a quorum. At least my roll call will be here. I'll abstain then. Yes, ma'am. That's why I haven't missed a meeting in person, that's all.
And we appreciate your extra effort, and we'll figure out how to get you visible. Councilman Tyler, can you be made visible?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, we're going to carry on, but if you could, that'd be, well, at least when we're taking the vote, I guess, is when we need you visible. Next item on the agenda is the consideration of the past meeting minutes. Is there a motion to consider?
Make a motion to approve past meeting minutes.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Prieto, seconded by Councilman Spitali for the consideration of the past meeting minutes. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores?
Yes.
Krasinski?
Abstain.
Prieto?
Yes.
Spitali?
Yes.
Tyler?
Yes.
Vanez?
Yes.
Button?
Yes, motion carries 6 yes, 1 abstention. Next item on the agenda is the report on the work study session. If the board will allow me, I'll make a brief report. That is, so we met at 4 o'clock today and just, went through the agenda for the tonight's meeting. We talked about each of the projects for clarity, and then the city engineer gave a brief overview of future project work. Next item on the agenda is funding, and I would turn it over to our esteemed Commissioner, Megan Flores.
Thank you, Mr. President. So as most of the members of the board already know, Council approved the plan to use the American Rescue Plan dollars and allocated the funds for that plan at the last meeting. Actually a large portion of the plan that was approved involves projects that were going to either be put before the board or were already put before the board for approval. A few of those projects include downtown Hammond Phase 1, the Calumet
Great news. Any questions for Commissioner Flores? Thank you for a fine report. We look forward to that additional information when it comes. Next item on the agenda is matters from mayor, council, or other departments. Anyone wishing to address the board at this time?
Dean, Mr. President,
Please, you can call me Dean.
earlier, just maybe half an hour ago, I submitted a letter to the CID, request for support for a legacy project that was started in my district a few years ago, which is the complete reconstruction of Road Avenue between Carroll Street and Lyman Street, which is love the CID's consideration for funding the remaining portion of that, which is I think about 2 blocks, and the early estimate you gave me was about $2 million. And so I included that in my letter. As of right now, I can contribute at least $100K. Depending on when this takes place, I might even be able to contribute more.
Thank you, Councilman. I have not seen that request yet, but when we do, we will score it appropriately. I know for the benefit of the board, we did score it, and it did actually score quite well. So that would be a project that this board might consider, and we will get additional information on the scope and the cost opinion for constructing the work. But thank you, Councilman Tyler. Any other comments or questions for the board under this matter from mayor, council, or other departments? Okay. Next item on the agenda is old business. Is there any old business? No. New business. Item 8A, funding allocation, change order numbers 2, 3, and 4, Purdue Refuge Island in the amount of $1,562.81. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Prieto, seconded by Councilman Spitali for the funding allocation for change order numbers 2, 3, and 4 for the Purdue Refuge Island in the amount of $1,562.81. Is there any discussion? I would just say that these there are change order number 2 is for traffic signal head replacement. Change order number 3 is for a time extension. Change order number 4 is for asphalt emulsion joint sealant along the longitudinal joints as a new Hammond standard that wasn't proposed in the original contract. This amount is 10% portion of the local match of a federal aid project that is 90% funded using federal dollars. The contractor is Milestone, and I would ask that, well, we're basically ratifying a previous approval since this is under the change order approval level by the city engineer. So we do have a motion to approve. Is there any further discussion? Any further discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores.
Yes.
Krasinski. Prieto.
Yes.
Spitali.
Yes.
Tyler.
Yes.
Benez.
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 yes, 1 abstention. Next item on the agenda, 8B, funding allocation Hammond Avenue Phase 2, Russell Street to Clinton Street with American Structure Point in the amount of $136,745. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Commissioner Flores, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Councilwoman Venez. For the funding allocation, Hammond Avenue Phase 2 design with American Structure Point between Russell Street and Clinton Street in the amount of $136,745. Is there any discussion? This is a fully locally funded portion of Hammond Avenue reconstruction. Phase 2, it is the third block segment of a project that is Phase 1 is between Sibley and Russell. It's scheduled to go out for public bid on November the 18th. This would be the second fully funded phase by the city of Hammond, and this is only the the engineering design portion of the work. Is there any further discussion? Any discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores,
Yes.
Krasinski, Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali, Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 yes, 1 abstention. I should go on to say that the first two and the next one also have been approved by the city controller and the mayor. Item 8C is a funding allocation, Hammond Avenue Complete Streets, Clinton Street to Douglas Street with American Structure Point in the amount of $181,575. Is there a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Councilwoman Vines makes a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Prieto for the funding allocation for Hammond Avenue Complete Streets, Clinton Street to Douglas Street with American Structure Point in the amount of $181,575. Is there any discussion? I would say that this is the federal aid portion of the project for which the City of Hammond has received about $1.2 million of federal funding. That is probably approximately 60% of the project construction costs. This project includes the required federal NEPA document, which is the National Environmental Policy Act document that is required when federal funds are used. This is for design with American Structure Point, and we expect a bidding of this project because it's on the federal funding cycle to be probably, well, it's scheduled for February of 2023. Is there any further discussion? Any further discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Flores,
Yes.
Krasinski, Prieto,
Yes.
Spitali, Tyler,
Yes.
Vines,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 6 present, 6 in favor, 1 abstention. Is there any other new business? Is there any new business? No new business. Last item on the agenda is public expression. Nothing on the list for public expression. I would also like to again say that our good friend Matt Muda from the Hammond Sanitary District is present. Next meeting would be scheduled for October 18th. I expect we will try to get some new business on the agenda for the 18th. We will confirm with you prior to that date. I will keep the work study scheduled for 4 p.m. and the regular meeting scheduled for 5 p.m. So if there's nothing further at this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion.
It's been moved by Commissioner Prieto, seconded by Councilman Spitali to adjourn from this meeting. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, motion carries. We are adjourned.